Hello everyone, we will continue our case study for sales order report, and in the previous video we finished with our Adobe form. Also we integrated Adobe form in our report. So we finished with the report, we finished with smart form, we finished with Adobe form. Now we will check with functional specification that we developed each and everything. Then we will do the testing and then we will release the transport request. Now this was the functional specification. Firstly, we created the selection screen or input screen. Have we created the same to same selection screen or input screen? Yes, we created. After that, yes, we displayed the output in ALV grid and we reused ALV grid display and manual field catalog method. Yes, we followed that. Yes. Now, after that, yes, we displayed this also using top of page. We provided these two buttons. We provided these two buttons by creating our own GUI status. We displayed the output of these 6 columns. We displayed the output of the 6 column. If I will give the input and I will execute, I'll just remove this breakpoint. So we have a output of 6 column. This top of page information is coming. I'll say header information is coming through top of page. We have print preview button using smart form. We have print preview button using Adobe form. Then we have back button also. If you see, they ask us to enable the back button. Yes, back button is enabled. If we are giving wrong input, we handled that part also. We created the transaction code for the program also. So based upon functional specification, we achieved each and everything. Now, if I will go to the package, because we stored everything into the package. If I will go to the package, we all know package is a container for the object, and you can see based upon our current case study, these many things we stored into the package as a part of dictionary objects. We have table types, structures. We created the global class. We created the program. We created the function group in which we store the function module. We use the modularization technique, include programs. We created the transaction code. We have the Adobe forms and smart forms. We have the message class. Now, we stored everything into transport request also because we consider this as a real project. So we need to move this to quality and production also. And how the objects will go to quality and production? Through transport request only. If I will show you the transport request. In one transport request itself, we stored everything. So I went to SC09 transaction code. This is our transport request. And you can see we have so many things in the transport request related to this case study. Smart form, smart style, table, transaction code, table type. We have program, message class, function group. Each and everything is there. And we created the new package. So package is also the part of the transport request. Next time we will not create the package. It's a one-time activity, and one time we created the package. So we need to move the package also for the first time. Now, what we will do? We will test that whatever we developed is perfectly fine or not, then we will consider that it is a real project. So we will release the transport request also. So what I will do, I will go to our program, which we developed. This is the report which we developed. And in the project, remember always do not blindly give your report for the testing to functional person. Always remember you should do the unit testing. You must do the unit testing. It should not be the case you are enough confident and functional is running a simple test case and your program is not working for that also. So at least did some sort of unit testing. Yes, we know functional is responsible for full testing, but at least unit testing is your responsibility. Now I will put a breakpoint. I will run. Suppose I will take a big range of date so that we can understand it is working fine or not. Suppose I'm giving that date from 1st July to 30th August. As of now, suppose I will not give the username. I will go to execute. Program stopped. I will go to desktop 3. Now this is our function module. Inside this function module, we have the logic. If I want to go inside this function module, I will do F5. Now we are fetching data from VBAK based upon date and username. Anyways, we have not given the username, we only gave that date. But the date we gave 1st July to 30th August. Same thing I will pass in VBAK table also. So in another session, I will go to SC11. I will go to VBAK table. I will go to contents of the table and same to same input I will pass here also. I have not given the username, so I will make it as blank. Just check the number of entries, 75 entries. It means whenever we will execute this query, we should get 75 records into this internal table. If I will do F6, you can see we got 75 sales document number. Yes, we have 75 sales document number. Now you can simply go to settings, formal list, choose fields. We are only fetching VBELN from first table. If I will execute, you can see we have how many VBELN? 75 VBELN. Now we'll come to our program. This if condition true because we have 75 records in the internal table. It means internal table is not null, internal table is not blank. I will do F6. This if condition true. Now this internal table VBELN, how many VBELN? 75 VBELN. Will go to which column? VBELN of which table? VBAP table. It will fetch the data of how many column? 5 column, and data will come into which internal table? This internal table. It means this 75 VBELN will act as a input for which table? Second table. So I need to copy this VBELN. How I will copy? I will do Control Y. Control Y means yank. I will just scroll. I will do Control C. Now I will go to VBAP table. I will go to the contents of this table. Now these 75 VBELN, 75 VBELN will go to which column of VBAP? VBELN. This is our VBELN. So I will go to multiple selection button. I will paste. This is the paste button. Check here. 75, it means 75 copied successfully. I will check number of entries. How many entries I should get from the second query? 83 entries. This is the way you need to check your output. Yes, at least unit testing, some sort of unit testing you should do by yourself. Now, I will simply go for those 5 column settings, formal list, choose fields. VBELN, postnar, matenar, KWMENG, and then we have VRKME. VRKME, unit of measurement. I will check 83, I'll go to execute. So we got the 83 records. Now I will execute this query F6. You can see in this internal table, we have how many records? 83 records. Perfectly fine, perfectly. Now, this internal table is not initial. So this if condition is true. Now this 83 material number, we are passing to this temporary internal table. So in our temporary internal table, we have 83 material number. We are sorting and we are deleting the adjacent duplicates. So we have how many unique matenar? We have 22 unique matenar. These 22 matenar, this 22 matenar will go to which column? Matenar of which table? MAKT table. Because we have unique matenar is 22. Why we should go for duplicate matenar as a input, unnecessary load to the database table? So these 22 matenar will act as a input for which table? Third table. And we have language field also that we will check. How I can copy this 22 matenar? How you can copy? You are in debugging mode currently. You can copy this 22 matenar. How you can copy? You can simply click here. Table display in ALB. You will get an option here. List output. You can download this. We have an option. Download in Excel. I will just save on my desktop. So these 22 matenar will act as a input for which table? Third table. You can copy. Firstly, I will convert to number. I will copy this 22 and I will go to which table now? MAKT table. These all functionalities are explained in data dictionary, data browser. There's a topic data browser as a part of ABAP dictionary playlist. You can check there also. I will go to matenar. I will copy. How many copied? 22 copied. Now, in this query, we are passing language also. If you see in the third query, we are passing language also. So language is Psi language. And what is our system language? EN. I'll check number of entries, 22. If I will execute, we should get 22 entries. If I will execute the third query, now we are getting how many records in the third internal table? 22 records. Now, if you want to go by this way, suppose you have 83 records. If you remember, yes, when we executed the second query, we got 83. But out of those 83, we have only 22 unique material number. So in this particular debugging mode itself, we have 22 unique matenar in this internal table. So you can go by this way. Or if you are not going by this way, you want through this only, means how you will go for this 83 matenar and how you will go to 22. So just download here. You can download. If you do not want to use debugging, just do this. Save. Here you will have to use the features of Excel. Select this. I'm just showing you that if you are not using, if you do not want to download that particular thing through debugging mode, you want to go for the data of table only, then you can go by this way also. Select. And we have an option here in insert. Data. We have an option in data here. Remove duplicates. I will go for, I just want to delete duplicates from this particular matenar only. Remove duplicates. I will go to OK. Have you seen this clearly saying 61 duplicate removed and how many unique matenar? 22. And you can copy and you can pass to third table. So it is totally your wish how you want to go. In the debugging mode, anyways, we have written the logic and we got 22 unique matenar in this internal table. So we downloaded the data from the debugging mode itself. If you are not comfortable in this way, no problem. Just download the data of your table and you can remove the duplicate by using the Excel feature and then you can pass. It is totally your wish how you want to go. So our three queries are working fine. We simply merge the data of the internal tables and this is our output. It means at least this sort of unit testing should be done from your end. It must be done from your end. Now, click onto this smart form button after that and check is your all multiple records are going there or not. Just at least check. Suppose if you will see, many times people don't know, they will simply say, okay, we are getting only this much record. Our report has this much record, but why it is only showing only this record? See, on a page, only these many records are accommodating. But have you seen we have how many pages in the output? 11 pages in the output. This data we printed in the main window. So main window is for continuous output. So rest of the data will automatically shift to next page. Many times, especially for the freshers, they will say, I'm only getting few records. I'm not getting rest of the records. The records are there itself. You just see on the next page. Just see. If I will click on to this button, if I will go to this button, next page. Have you seen what is the page number? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this all data is there. All data is there. But is last sales document number 78. Just check your report output. What is last sales document number 70? So this sort of unit testing you should do by your own. Suppose if I will go to this Adobe form. Now you can see here we have 4 pages output. And is our data is shifting to next page? Yes, our data is shifting to next page. And if you remember, when we created the Adobe form, we took the page as flowed. Then this sub form also we took as flowed. And after that, we simply selected the checkbox, allow page break within the content. Yes, if I will go to the last of this, am I getting 78 at the last? Yes, I'm getting 78 at the last. So based upon our testing, it is working fine. Yes, whenever functional will test, yes, some issues might come at that point of time. But yes, at least unit testing is your responsibility. Suppose now we tested based upon date. Suppose now I will give the username also as the input. R Mehta, suppose I am giving. I will go for OK. So based now I give 2 inputs. Date also, name also. Date also, name also. Now, if I will execute this query, when you only gave the date, if you remember, you got 75 VBELN. Now we filtered based upon username also. And have you seen we got only how many VBELN? 4 VBELN. If I will go to VBAK table, now I am passing R Mehta. If I will go to number of entries, have you seen we have how many records now? 4 records. So this is the way you should test at least 1 or 2 scenarios by your own. And based upon our current requirement, yes, based upon our testing, it is perfectly working fine. Now, what is the summary of this video? In this video, we checked everything. We checked the things, we checked the object in the package, we checked the object in the transport request, then we checked at least 1 or 2 scenarios in the debugging mode. We will run and check. We will run and check. Yes. And in the next video, what we will do, we will go for a perception that functional also did the testing and everything is fine. Then in the next video, we will learn how to release the transport request, and when further changes will come, how we will proceed further. So that's it in this particular video. Thank you.